An expert who can understand where gold is, apnuyat, very easily obtains kshetreshu, within the material world, dehesu, the human bodies and all the rest of the 84 lakhs different bodily forms. Tatha. Similarly, Atma Yogai, by spiritual process, Adhyatmavit, one who is expert in understanding the distinction between spirit and matter, Brahmagatim, perfection in spiritual life, Labhetha, may obtain. Translation. Please repeat after me. An expert geologist can understand where there is gold and by various process can extract it from the gold ore. Similarly, a spiritually advanced person can understand how the spiritual particle exists within the body, and thus by cultivating spiritual knowledge, he can attain perfection in spiritual life. However, as one who is not expert cannot understand where there is gold, a foolish person who has not cultivated spiritual knowledge cannot understand how the spirit exists within the body. Purport. Here is a very good example concerning spiritual understanding. Foolish rascals, including so-called jnanis, philosophers and scientists, cannot understand the existence of the soul within the body because they are lacking in spiritual knowledge. The Vedas enjoin tat vijnanartham sa gurum evabi gacchate. To understand spiritual knowledge, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. Unless one has been trained in geology, one cannot detect gold in stone. Similarly, unless one has been trained by a spiritual master, he cannot understand what is spirit and what is matter. Here it is said, yogais tad abhijna. This indicates that one who has connected himself with the spiritual knowledge can understand that there is a spiritual soul within the body. However, one who is in an animalistic conception of life and has no spiritual culture cannot understand. As an expert, mineralogist or a geologist can understand where there is gold and can then invest his money to dig there and chemically separate the gold from the ore. An expert spiritualist can understand where the soul is within matter. One who has not been trained cannot distinguish between gold and stone. Similarly, fools and rascals who have not learned from an expert spiritual master what is soul and what is matter cannot understand the existence of the soul within the body. To understand such knowledge, one must be trained in the mystic yoga system or finally in the bhakti yoga system. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhaktya mama abhijanati. Unless one takes shelter of the bhakti yoga process, one cannot understand the existence of the soul within the body. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita begins by teaching Dehino asmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhirastattrana muhyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. The self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. Bhagavad Gita 2.13. Thus, the first instruction is that one should understand that the soul is within the body and is transmigrating from one body to another. This is the beginning of spiritual knowledge. Any person who is not expert in understanding this science or is unwilling to understand it remains in the bodily conception of life or the animalistic conception of life. As confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yasyatma Buddhi Knupetri Dhatuke Sa Evago Karaha. Every member of human society should clearly understand the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, for only in this way can one be spiritually elevated and automatically give up the false illusory knowledge by which one thinks I am this body and everything belongs to this body is mine. Aham mameti. This doggish conception should be rejected immediately. One should be prepared to understand the spirit soul and the supreme spirit, God, who are eternally related. Thus, one may return back to Godhead, having solved all the problems of life. Very beautifully explained by Prabhupada, yeah, in the purport. Let's see how it unfolds, yeah, further. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरात्वीश नमः नमाहों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नमिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की. So Prabhupada is always very clear and very direct and very candid in his preaching, because maybe somebody might think that Prabhupada is using words like rascals and all that. It's very difficult if you don't tell them directly that you're a fool. People think that I'm very intelligent. Yeah. So it has to go very directly and it has to reach them. Unless it is so strong, people will not take that very seriously. Yeah. So that is why Prabhupada is in this Kali Yuga, and particularly when he was in Western world, he is supposed to use such a very strong word so that it hits them and tries to understand what is this person is so straight. Yeah. I think there is something for me to understand. So everything when Prabhupada explains, he explains with lot of conviction. Otherwise, in this particular time, I don't think so anybody will understand this. It has to be direct and it has to be very, very clear understanding. So here, Prabhupada in the purport very clearly says that, yeah, even jnanis cannot understand who the Krishna is. Even they cannot understand what the soul is. Even they cannot understand what is the purpose of the soul is all about. So therefore, it's a waste of life if you have a certificate stating that I am a Nobel Prize winner in chemistry, physics, and electronics, and I am a scientist. I have gone to the moon and I have come back. I have done this, that. So what is the purpose? No use. We say, no? Neeranetti neerale hakodu. We go to the river and take a water and just put that back into the water. There is a purpose when it is done spiritually. If you do it in a material way, it's a waste of time. Correct, no? So therefore, so anything that we do should result in particular thing what we require. What all of we require in our life. All of us are searching for what? Yeah? What are we searching for? Nothing? Happiness. Amazing. Yeah? So all of us are searching for happiness. But does anybody know where the happiness is? Yeah? Does anybody know? People will say that happiness is in money. Does all the people who have money are happy? Yeah? Why? Yeah? People say that happiness is in power. I say, please get up, and people get up. I'll say, please sit down, people sit down. Does happiness in the power? No. Yeah? So we have seen Hitler also committing suicide. He was the one who started the Second World War, and he thought that he's got a control of everything. Everybody who thinks that he has got a control of everything, at the end they realize they are nothing but zero. And he was driven to commit suicide, who thought that I am the most powerful, I can do anything. Yeah, the world is under my control. The one who thought did not have a control of his own mind. He didn't know who he is, what he is, and ultimately he committed suicide. Does beauty for women, handsomeness for men, does it bring happiness? Does it bring happiness? I am the most beautiful woman on earth. I am the most beautiful women on this universe. Something called Miss Universe and Miss World. Are they happy? There are so many beautiful people. The most beautiful have committed suicide. Why? So it is not that beauty, power, money, nothing. Yeah, the so-called material knowledge, these things will not give any happiness. That's why Prabhupada went across the globe so many times telling people, here is the happiness. Please take this happiness. Yeah. So therefore, we need to start our spiritual process. Yeah. Whatever is material, is something that is, we are going to lose that at the end of the day. When the body leaves, the soul, everything gets packed with the body. It remains, there it is, and it will not go beyond the body. I think even there was a king, no? The very powerful king. Is that Alexander? His name itself, Alexander the Great. You can't say Alexander separately. Yeah, you have to say Alexander the Great. That is how he became. But when he died, he just explained to people that nothing can be taken from this world when we depart. Yeah, what we take is, even he doesn't know. It was given by Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada says the first step in spiritual life is you need to understand who you are. You are not this body. You are the soul. So this is what he emphasized every time, wherever he went, whatever he did. So if we don't understand this simple thing that I am not this body, I am the soul, then the spiritual process becomes very tough. At the moment we understand that I am this, I am the soul, I am not this body, then automatically everything starts unfolding. Everything starts unfolding, and we start looking the life and the world in a different dimension, which is not seen to anybody in our life, which was not known to anybody. So beautifully, I was researching to understand, to give here, and it was really mesmerizing how Prabhupada gives so many examples, and everybody, every acharyas, They gave the first message that you are not this body. The moment we get into that concept that I am this body, then we are finished. Yeah, we will get stuck into the misery, because this world is called Dukkhalaya. So the moment I say I am the body, I am getting connected to the material world. The material world is Dukkhalaya. So we need to come out of this material concept of life. When we come out of this material concept of life, then we start experiencing the happiness. As Prabhu said, we all want happiness, correct? Whatever may be, we need happiness. So the only solution for happiness is spiritual process. A material process will only give you dukkha. So that is what is the basic understanding and teachings of Vedas and Prabhupada. Yeah. Therefore, we need to, first lesson is that I am not this body, I am the soul. Yeah. Let's see how Prabhupada explains. Prabhupada gives so many. One of that which he explains every time. Yeah, is this. So if a person is sitting in a car, yeah, he says the person and the car are not one and the same. Correct. The car is separate. The person is driver is separate. Because of the driver, the vehicle moves. He's got the control. Similarly, this body is like a car, and the Atma within this body is the driver. In a car, how the driver drives as the control of the car. Similarly, the body is nothing. It just moves from one place to another place. So what is the issue? Are we not wasting our time? There is a beautiful incident in Bhagavatam, Chitraketu. Yeah, when he wanted to have a child, I think he had more than hundreds of wives, but he was ruling even the heavenly planets. Yeah, he did not have a child. So he prayed to his guru, Narada Muni. And Narada Muni, he said, if it is not destined, don't worry about it. No, I want. And Narada Muni finally he agreed and he gave one child. And the one condition he had told, that when he, I think some 8 year, 10 year, 12 years, he will leave this body. He agreed because desperately what he wanted at that time, child only. Nothing else. That is what we also do every time. Yeah, in our life, we tell our children, no, I don't know, my son is not there. 10th is very important. 10th is very important. The moment 10th is done, you are very successful in life. After they come to 11th and 12th, 11th and 12th is actually gives you the direction. After that, you are successful. When they complete 12th standard, now is the time. Now we have to take a degree. In this degree, if you take third class, second class, nothing doing. You have to be top. Only then you will be recruited by the campus recruitment. Once they finish degree, nowadays degree is nothing. Unless you do post-graduation, you are nothing. You cannot do anything. So this is how it is. Yeah, because the world is like that. It is not the problem of the parents or anybody. The world works like that. Dukkha. It is supposed to, its job is to give the person dukkha. Therefore, it will keep giving you one target, another target like that. I think Elizabeth Taylor, she married some 17, 18 times. Uh, and the because she thought that this from this husband I'll get happiness, and no, then she divorced him, went for another one, went for another one, and the registrar finally, I don't know it is real or joke, I read like that, he gave an marriage certificate finally saying that Miss Elizabeth Taylor is getting married to whomsoever it may concern. Dash it. And he gave the certificate. You go get married and just be happy. So it is not possible to be happy in this material world. Yeah. So that is why Prabhupada went around at the age of 65, 70. He set up so many temples and so many things, and he gave this process. The very first process is that we need to understand that we are not this body, we are the soul. The moment we take this lesson, then it's very easy to move forward. So here Prabhupada says that you simply migrate from one body to another body, another body, another body. Today I was talking about Chitraketu. Chitraketu's son, he was born and then he passed away at the age of 12 or 13. Then immediately he started crying again. And again he went to his Guru. Guru, I said, I want this child. And I had told you on the condition that he will leave you. You also agreed. Now again you came back. Yeah. Again he said, I want. Okay, I will give him back to you. And then he brought the soul back to the body. And then he went and Chitraketu hugged the child and said, oh, my son, you came back. Immediately the child pushed him. And he said, who are you? He said, you are my child. I am your father. Which father? The child asked. No, you had lost. I don't know. I had so many children, a father in my earlier lives. Which father are you? Just imagine. Our children also asks. We have struggled 30, 40 years and built one floor, second floor, three floor, one car and bank balance and all that. He says, who are you? Huh? So like that. So actually, if they should ask, only then we get vairagya. Otherwise, we will be in that concept, mine, ours, and everything, and we get we get into that ocean of the samsara sagara. It's very difficult to come out. Yeah. So like that, he says, so it is of no use. Here Prabhupada is very clearly explaining that simply we move from one body to another body, and today one father, another father, like that, so many children, so many wives, so many. It's just happening. Yeah. To whom are we going to say that our affiliation, our allegiance, our interest, everything, it cannot be to one person. That means we are hypocrites. No, we are saying something, we are doing something. So everything is changing every minute. Yeah. So what is the point in living like that? No. So here, so forth. He gave the example of a dream very beautifully. Prabhupada explains. At night, the gross body is lying on the bed. We all know. Yeah, we just slept and came out. Yeah. So when we are sleeping in the night, in the dream, on the bed, but the soul with a subtle body travels to distant places in the dream. Yeah. Similarly, at death, the soul leaves the gross body and enters another womb to develop another gross body. So we just all know that we go to sleep, and in the sleep, yeah, what do? We just move out of that. We suddenly go to our school days and we meet our friends, and then we go to our whatever intention I had. I experience that intention. Yeah, I go to Delhi. I go to some place which I have seen, which I wanted to go. How did I travel there? I went there because the Atma left this body which was sleeping there and it went out. Yeah, did anybody realize that you went out of the body? No. And when you wake up, you felt I was there only. But actually I went out and I came inside this body. So that is the similar way. At the end of the when the soul feels this body of no use, what it does? It just leaves the body and it enters into another body. How we move in a dream from one place to another place. Similarly, we just move. So very easy to understand that I am not this body, I am the soul. So he explains that. So if you look at that, yeah. So is it clear there? So another explanation Prabhupada gives. In one explanation, Prabhupada said, just as a mother observes a child growing from a baby to an adult and does not lament, similarly, the spirit soul changes bodies from one life to another. Very beautiful example. Yeah. See, Prabhupada has given examples for men so that they understand what is car. They drive car, no? They understand what is car and what is driver. Very easy for men to understand. Yeah. That I am not this body, I am the soul. So he is giving another example for Matajis. Yeah. So Matajis, they don't need to, they don't lament, no? Yeah. So how Gaurangi was when she was a baby. Today she is totally different, no? Does Gaurangi's mother and Shivani's mother they say, no, I lost my cute baby, she is different now. They say naturally, you are not the same old Gaurangi, you are not the same old Shivani when you were there, today you have changed, now you are questioning me. Yeah? Do they say, but they never lament that you are a different person, you have changed. They don't. Similarly, when the soul enters another body, there is no need to lament. Yeah, it is only changing. How we change from boyhood to youth to old age. Yeah, and then the body diminishes and then the soul enters into another body. So how a mother or a father does not lament. Yeah, similarly, so we don't need to lament when we change the body. So therefore, this body is not something to be concentrated upon. So what is that we need to concentrate upon? Ourselves, the Atma. The Atma within, which is within this body, that is what we need to concentrate upon. Prabhu said, happiness. So happiness for this body is going to be a temporary. Yeah, when you give it to this body, temporary, then it forgets. So what is given to this Atma, that is myself, only then I will be happy. Otherwise I will not be happy. Yeah, if my child cries, if I feed my neighbor's child, will my child stop crying? Because I am not feeding my child. It is still hungry. It will keep crying. Only when I feed my child, it will stop crying. So I am the soul. If I keep feeding my body, will the soul be happy? Soul is asking, give me food, give me food, give me food. I'll give it to the body, I'll give it to the body, we'll give it to the body. So it will not be happy. Give me happiness, I am saying. And everybody is giving happiness to this body. And this body, the soul will never be happy. So if the soul has to be happy, you need to feed the happiness to the soul. What is the soul wants, you have to give it to them. Only then the soul will be happy. That is why Prabhupada is saying, the scriptures are saying that if you want to be happy, you are the soul, so give what the soul wants. So what the soul wants? Yeah, the soul wants, which is there in the last slide. Yeah, so we'll see at that time. So here the soul remains unchanged, but the body changes like clothes being worn and discarded. Yeah, so immediately the soul does what soul does. I didn't get happiness from this body. Take this, put it into the dustbin. That is what we do, no? I wear a new shirt. If I am very rich person, I go to wear that and go out to a reception. If nobody says your shirt is beautiful, what we do? Immediately come home and take that and put it in the dustbin. I paid 3,000 rupees for this and nobody commented on this. So the body does the same thing. Yeah, I did not get happiness from this body. Oh, that eagle is flying. Maybe if I fly, yeah, I'll get happiness. So Krishna says, whatever you think at the time of death, you become. So let me become that eagle. I become eagle. I keep flying and seeing everything, struggling. This body also is not giving. See that crow, it's very nice. Everybody is calling ka, ka, ka and giving food. Now I have to search. Let me become a crow. When it becomes a crow, then it struggles. So that is how we are doing. Because we are not feeding, we are not giving the soul. So we are the soul. Unless we feed this soul, we will not be happy. We will be keep moving from one body to another body, another body, another body. We are living like this eternally in this material world. We have to come out of it. Unless we come out, we will not be able to enjoy the so-called happiness. Prabhupada used the analogy, here carrying the flavor of the rose or filthy place. Similarly, the subtle mind, body, mind, intelligence and ego carry the flavor of our karma from one life to the next. The body is just a cover which the soul leaves when it's not usable anymore, moving on to a new body based on previous actions. See, there is a danger. Yeah, I didn't like a shirt and I just put it in the dustbin. Yeah, but there is a condition. You cannot do that. The government is watching you. It has given you a shirt, and if you just put it in the shirt, the government will say, I will not give you shirt. Then what will happen? That is what we get from home, no? I prepared this, you wanted this, and you don't eat. I will keep it tomorrow morning. You have to eat the same thing. If you don't eat tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon also it will be the same thing. Like that. So every life, when we move from one body to another body, we have thinking, we think, yeah, we do actions, we do karma. All those karmas get into our mind, intelligence and ego. It will be there with us always, even if you change your body. So what happens? So you need to go through the actions of your own karma. So if you have hurt somebody, then you have to go through that hurt from somebody else. There is nothing, you cannot escape. Suddenly, I have noticed, we go for a yatra from Bengaluru to Vrindavan. On the way, we just cross Delhi. Some unknown person will come and shout at you for no reasons. You'll say, what is this? I don't know. You will say, why you are coming like this? You can't move. I am coming like this. Something and all you'll say and you'll move. Why is that? You'll be surprised. He doesn't know me. I don't know. But he said so many things and he went out. Why? It's all karma. I didn't go simply from Bangalore to Delhi. He was actually waiting because I have actually given him some loan, taken from loan. So he was waiting. As soon as he saw, he just downloaded everything on me and he left that place. So every action, everything is waiting as Sanchita Karma. One bag full, lakhs of our lifetimes, it's all waiting. And how do we escape from that? Yes. Prabhupada has given a solution for that also. Yeah, we'll see that. Yeah. Prabhupada shared a personal dream experience when his spiritual master appeared to him and called him to take sannyasa, renounced order of life. Initially, Prabhupada was hesitant and horrified in the dream at the thought of giving up family life. Yeah, but he kept dreaming the same thing until he was convinced. This shows how dreams can carry divine instructions and reveal the soul's communication beyond the physical body. So, the coming in touch with the spiritual people, the devotees, yeah, is not an ordinary thing. Even if they come in the dream, it is real. They are giving us instructions. Forget about those people coming in contact with us physically and giving us instruction. So many people, devotees, they stand in the book marathon, they stand in the pollution, they stand in the heat, and they stand in that place, saying, please take this book, read this book. Physical association they try to give. But here Prabhupada is saying that even if Guru and our devotees come in our dream, they come to purify us. They come to give us a direction that's real. It is not the dream what we have in our life, in the mundane life. When we sleep, we think about so many things, that I go to that hotel and I had that food. I enjoyed nicely. So that is not that material. That is a dream. But anything that happens in your dream, which is spiritual, is also spiritual. We need to take that seriously. That is what Prabhupada did. When his Guru Maharaj came in his dream, said, take sannyasa. So he was horrified. How is that? So he contemplated, then finally he thought it's an instruction. I need to do that. And he took that instruction and he took sannyasa, and the world transformed. Not just people around, people connected. He transformed the world into such a beautiful place. This world itself is a material world. Dukkhalaya is become a beautiful, happy place. Yeah, Santoshalaya. It has become such a blissful place. It is because that taking that instruction, that whatever, whether it is a dream instruction, it's a physical instruction, we have, as long as it's spiritual, if we take that instruction, follow in our life, then we become very happy in life. So that is what is. So another beautiful thing, I like this very much, yeah, what Prabhupada says. The world is material because God is forgotten. Yeah. So what is the difference between material world and the spiritual world? In a spiritual world, our life is centered around Krishna. We see in Goloka Vrindavana, for them, what was visible? Yeah, everything was Krishna. When they were sleeping, Krishna. When they wake up, Krishna. As soon as they wake up, they straight used to go to Yashodamai, to complain that he did like this, he did like that. So what is that? As soon as they get up, they want to see Krishna. That's all is their purpose. So they need a reason to go to see Krishna. So they used to go with this complaints to see Krishna. So their life is centered around Krishna. For everything is Krishna. When they are churning the butter, they think of Krishna. So everything is Krishna for them. So that is what is the spiritual world is all about. But in material world, everything is Mama Mai. That is what is that one word Prabhupada used in that purport. Everything is around me. What am I? What I get? What do I get? Yeah. If somebody in this material world, it is so much. You go and speak to him give him a presentation for 1 hour, 2 hours in an office. At the end, the manager will be thinking, what do I get from this? The company will be thinking, what do I get this? The manager will be thinking, will I get promotion if I implement this? I don't get. That fellow will get. Then he'll say, this is of no use, no use, no use. It will be the best actually. The profitability will go by 5% for the company. But he is thinking, will it give me return to me? No, he will get a promotion. Then I will have to report to him, no. I will ensure that this is not implemented at all. Yeah. So, but the company is looking at what do I get? Manager is looking at what do I get? I am looking at what do I get? The world is, this material world is just like that. Even everybody. Yeah. Irrespective of anybody, everybody thinks, what do I get from this? If I don't get, then I don't want this. That's the difference between spiritual world and the material world. Yeah. So therefore, we need to transform from the material world to this spiritual world. And thanks to Prabhupada and our Parampara, in this material world itself, they have given a process where we can be in the spiritual world, even though we are in the material world. When we take this forward, Prabhupada says, in other words, the living entities are dreaming. Yeah, in this material world is dream. We are actually dreaming. This world is not real. It is real, yeah, but it is a dream. In a dream also it's real. That is how it's another dimension of spiritual understanding, that this world is not real, but experience is real. That is what it says. Yeah, we need in our dream, we just, dog keeps chasing and we keep running. And suddenly it comes and bites you in the dream and we wake up. But when we see, there is no dog bite mark. But our sweating is there. We have completely sweat and the fear is there. And we have also, the near bottle side we have moved our hand like this, leg like this, and the water bottle is fallen there. Everything is right there, but it was all happened in the dream, but it was real. The experience was real. That is what it says. At present, due to our polluted consciousness, we turn the world into a materialistic and hellish place. So because of our materialistic nature, we have turned our own place, our own living conditions into hellish. Because we are driven by our mind, intelligence and ego, which is not connected with the spiritual. So as long as it is material, we are creating. So somebody else is not giving trouble to us. Yeah, somebody is not an enemy to us. We are enemy to ourselves. That is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, our mind. If you make your mind your friend, you are happy. If you make your mind an enemy, you are gone. So if you make the mind to understand what is spiritual life, then we are happy. And if your mind is material, then our life is miserable. That is what here. So material life is just like that. Just as a dream, we create so many problems. But actually there are no real problems. See, there is no real problem, Prabhupada says. Correct, no? Yeah. So many things, so many people said problem. Today it is not a problem at all. Where there is a problem? There is no problem. Time, yeah. See, the Kala takes care of everything. The Vedas say that the soul has no connection with these dreamlike material activities. So, whatever we are experiencing, that is our life, it has no connection with ourselves. Yeah, that is what the Vedas are saying. Therefore, we must engage in Krishna consciousness process to awaken from this dreaming condition and remember who we really are. So, we are dreaming, we are in the dream, we are struggling, so we just need to get up. There is somebody, they asked a joke, yeah? If a lion is chasing you, imagine a lion is chasing you, and you are running and the lion is chasing you. How do you escape from this situation? Can somebody tell me? Pardon? So the answer was just stop imagining. It's only imagination, no, that lion is chasing you. So I don't need to run. I just need to stop imagining that the lion is behind me. So here we are in this world of dream that I'm struggling and struggling. So I just need to wake up. Yeah, how I woke up and I saw that there was no dog chasing me. And I became very happy. Oh, no danger to me. I am safe. Yeah. So similarly, all these things that we are saying, danger, problem, everything, stress, everything is because we are dreaming. We are in the world of dream. We just need to wake up. What is that wake up process? The wake up process is just becoming spiritualist. The moment you become a spiritualist, you are moving from your state of dream to the state of awareness. That is what we are saying. The soul just need to realize, I am not this body, I am the soul. And just wake up. And when you wake up, you are into reality. And when you are into reality, you only experience. So transformation from the bodily concept to the soul concept and living a life of spiritualism is your way to happiness. The only way to happiness. So, see, he was always safe in his own bed. So, we too are already in the spiritual world, but covered by this illusion. The moment we come out of this illusion, we are safe. So, one who is not affected by the three modes of material nature is called a liberated soul. So, this material world is covered by three modes of nature. That is what is making us controlling us. So everything we are suffering, we are acting, we are doing, everything is done by somebody else. We are suffering because somebody else is doing. Is it right on our part? Yeah? It is not. Can I go through punishment because somebody else has done this actions? No, it is unfair. But the moment we disconnect ourselves from the association of these three modes of material nature, then I am safe. Yeah, correct. The police will arrest the person who's connected with the crime. No, I only hid the knife which he used for killing. I just covered it. That's all. I didn't do anything. But you did. You are connected with that knife. You just kept that inside. No, I only saw. I didn't do anything. Why you didn't inform? Again, you'll be connected. He'll be arrested. Correct, no? So similarly, when we are in this material world, we are connected with these three modes of nature. So it does everything. So I just need to disconnect from these three material modes. So the only way this to get connected is to get connected, move ourselves from the sattva, move away from this tamo guna, tamasic behavior, rajo guna, rajasic behavior, and sattva guna. Even sattva guna, we have to transcend these three and come into the Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva is available only when we are in the devotional process, devotional service. That is what is called liberation. What is liberation? Liberation is not that I just move out, one plane comes and I get into that and I go to Goloka Vrindavana. That is what not Prabhupada is saying here. Prabhupada is saying in the previous verse that we are already in the spiritual world, but we are dreaming. We are sleeping and dreaming and struggling. Yeah, the moment we awaken, we are actually in the spiritual world. So the moment we get into the spiritual process, we are into the Goloka Vrindavana. That is what today morning when Kirtan was going on, we saw all the boys, they are all missing now. I think they are attending another class. The way they were jumping, the way they were dancing. Even if you give somebody 1,000 rupees, 1 lakh of rupees, and a salary day, and on a day he gets a promotion as the chief executive officer, the moment he becomes a managing director, he will not jump like that. The way they were jumping, the way they were dancing, they were doing it as if nobody is seeing them. They were doing it as if they felt that they are the only person in this world. Nobody else is in this world. That is how they were behaving. That happiness comes when they get into the process of this spiritual process as given by Srila Prabhupada. Engaging all material possessions, wealth, body, skills in devotional service, gradually experiencing the higher spiritual taste that naturally diminishes material cravings. As one tastes the sweetness of devotional service, material attachments lose their grip. So this escaping is there is a process. We don't need to struggle. There is no big struggle. We just need to say that whatever I have a skill. Yeah, I have seen when I come to Seva here, I see that Apada Mataji is hiding there. She'll be beautifully cooking. Yeah, she's an expert. I went there and see, and there is another person. They're all that skill, they use it to serve the Lord. So beautiful dishes comes out of the deity kitchen. And I saw Premanidhi Prabhu beautifully making the kirita. What do you call it? Turbans. Beautifully is making, and that is there on the Lord. So using our skill, whatever we have, bodily skills are into for the in the service of the Lord, we dovetail that, then the life becomes spiritual. That's all, as simple as that. Whatever we do keeping Krishna in the center of our life. That's all is what is spiritual life. That is what is Prabhupada is explaining. Following the 9 pros of devotional service, hearing about Krishna, we are hearing about Krishna, chanting his names, remembering him, serving the lotus feet of devotees and Krishna, worshipping Krishna, glorifying him, offering prayers, becoming a servant, and surrendering fully. These help keep the mind focused on spiritual identity and Krishna rather than temporary bodily identification. So we need to transcend. How do we transcend? Very easy, very easy. This process, if we follow, what is the basic thing? Prabhupada says, you can very easily, immediately, instantly you can get transferred to Goloka. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just attentively chant early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurta. Prabhupada practiced it. He practiced and is shown everywhere, wherever he want, is awake. Yeah, Prabhupada, people used to say, you have just traveled. Yeah, at the age of 70, 75, you just traveled 24 hours and taken a flight, and you just wants to go and meet devotees. So you just want to be connected always with the deities. He wants to be connected with devotees. He wanted to connected with preaching. So that is how he showed. So that is how we always live, not materially but spiritually. And we are always, even though we are here, we are in the Goloka Vrindavana. That is what our acharyas have shown us regularly. Yeah. Finally, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj says, in essence, applying bhakti practices to overcome material identification. So if you want to overcome this material life, identifying with ourselves with the material things, then only way that we can come out of is by applying bhakti process, what Prabhupada has just explained, has given the process that into our life, then we just transcend from the material world to the spiritual world. From the three modes, we just move into the Shuddha Sattva, we transcend, shifting one's consciousness from bodily and material involvement to loving devotional service to Krishna, supported by regular chanting. So everywhere, every acharya in a sampradaya emphasizes and chanting Nama Japa. Nama Japa is the beginning, how the beginning of our spiritual process is to understand that I am not this body, I am the soul. So the process for that is, the first thing is Nama Japa. Chanting, regular chanting, scriptural study, association with the devotees, and sincere self-surrender. This transformative process gradually reveals the eternal spirit soul identity beyond the temporary body. Then we understand who we are, what is the purpose. Here, there, Krishna is there, here the devotee is there, here the Radharani is there, this is the Vrindavana. Every just manifold just gets revealed. So we just need to get into that mode and travel and experience that ecstasy the way everybody experience, and make our life successful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I realized today I just need to move from the bodily concept to the soul concept. So whatever the preaching is done is to purify ourselves, to understand ourselves. Yeah. So I just kept you in the front and I learned a lot of things. Thank you very much for all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for your non-stop and power-packed class. And I'm not the body and I'm the soul. So here the purport Srila Prabhupada says, unless one has been trained by a spiritual master, he cannot understand what is spirit and what is matter. So there are so many people, even among the devotees also. So they think they don't need a spiritual master. So how do we help them?
So it's, if they think that you just need to ask them that whether the certificate that they get from the roadside Xerox shop, is it valid, or the certificate that they get from the university is valid. So I'll just go and give the certificate and say that I am a PhD in electronics. From where you did? Anant Xerox shop. Will I get a job? No. So similarly, that my degree, whatever I earn, should be a, what do you call it? It should be an authorized. Yeah. So who gives the authorized knowledge? The authorized knowledge is given by the parampara. Paramparas are the one which gives authorized parampara. So we need to highlight them. What are the paramparas that is there in our Sanatana Dharma? And how the knowledge flows from Krishna to through the acharyas to all of us. Yeah. Only then we will be able to learn that as it is. Otherwise we will not be able to. We don't. No, nobody is made a professor, and nobody is given a job just because my father was teaching physics. I know physics, so I will become a professor of physics in the college. Will the education institution give him a job? No. They will not give unless you have done it. So similarly, we have a process given by our acharyas and parampara, and we have learnt correctly and rightly and as it is. And that is why if you look at the Bhagavad Gita written by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada is so famous, and because it is Yatharupa, as it is, there is no deviation. So similarly, when we talk to people, we should say that I follow what Prabhupada is given. So it is always walk the talk. When we talk, they don't listen. Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, that is why in Krishna conscious also, in everywhere we say, you practice in front of the children, you practice. Nowadays parents will come and say that my child is not listening at all. But we have to, before we say that my child is not listening, we have to see ourselves. Am I chanting? No, he is not chanting at all. If we get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 every day, if we sit and chant for a year, the child will see. There is something every day they get up at 4:30 and chant. Nobody is coming and giving money to them because they're chanting. Nobody is coming and giving them certificate because they're chanting. Nobody is coming and giving them food because they have to chanting. Nobody is waking them at 4 o'clock, you have to chant. But they are doing it. There is something that they are getting. That is why they are doing it. So let me also follow. So they all follow. Children learn by copying. Yeah. So we need to be that, walk the talk. If somebody asks that I need to be, why should I follow a guru, that I need to be first happy. If I am not happy, then I will not be able to make others happy. So you are only crying, you are only saying, I have a problem, I have a problem. So what is the problem, that if I come and join you, that there is a guarantee that I will be happy? No. Somebody was asking, when my wife, when she was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one karmi person said her, you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, why are you chanting so gloomily, so sadly? Chant with happily, no. So we have to chant happily. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. If I am happy, they will come and ask us. So how come you are so happy? You don't have a car, you don't have a job, your mother keeps every time scolding at you, your wife scolds at you, but you seem to be happy. How is that? What is the secret? You tell me. I have a car, I have a good job, I have a building, everything, but I am not happy. But you are happy. Because then I will say, my Guru, I talk about my Guru and I glorify my Guru. Then he'll say, I also want to meet your Guru. I also. So it's all that, it is not what we say, it is all what we practice. What we practice. Why is that these boys are standing in this sun in so much of traffic area? They are distributing. Are they distributing 300 rupees book? They are giving it for 200 also. Sometimes if he asks us, give me, I don't have money, they give free. So what is that they are getting out of it? So they start thinking about it. What is that they are eating? They are so happy. Why is that they are coming? Nobody is giving anything. Let me see. That is how most of the devotees, we all became devotees because we saw somebody else is happy. And then I also want to be like that. Then we inquire. Then they say, it is all devotees. They are my Siksha Guru, he brought me, and this Siksha Guru took me to my Diksha Guru, and Diksha Guru gave me instruction, he gave me mantra, and my life transformed. So like that, then only they believe. We need to walk the talk. When we walk the talk, and then we quote scriptures and say, Krishna is told in Bhagavad Gita that you need to approach a bona fide spiritual master. Prabhupada is mentioning that the same thing, that you need to approach a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master who's come from parampara, who's brought that authority in his. When we went this time, we just went to meet Guru Maharaj. He is in Chennai. So a few leaders had come here, and he just gave few, I think it is posted in our Giridhari. I think all of us can share that. Guru Maharaj, he met all of us, and he said one thing after taking reports from Vardhakrishna Prabhu, how the temple is being run, how devotee community is growing. He said, all of you are blessed to bless everybody to get Krishna Prema. He said, we are all empowered. We just need to go out. We are not the people who are doing this. It's done by Krishna. It is done by Guru. It is done by Srila Prabhupada. He's just not sitting there. He's sitting in the books. He is the one who is saying everything. He is the one. I prepared so many things, actually, that those things did not come up. What I prepared, to be frank with you, all of you, on the same slide, what I prepared, my wife knows. You can confidentially ask her. What I prepared is not what I spoke. What I spoke is what Prabhupada has told. So it is not we do it. It's all done by Prabhupada. If they say, I don't know, it's okay. Prabhupada has no desire to give him Krishna Bhakti. That is why he is reacting like that. So if he is right, if he will see Guru in me, yeah, I will walk the talk, I will be sincere, and that sincerity will bring souls. So everybody rushes to our Guru Maharaj. When a Guru comes here, so many people come on that day only. People come from Maratali, people come from Yalanka, people from everywhere they come. Yeah? But even they don't even come to see the Lord, how Giridhari is dressed on this day. But on that day, how do they come? That is the power of Guru, their simplicity. That is what Guru Maharaj said in Madurai conclave, that each one of you can become Gurus. How is that? We just need to replicate what Prabhupada gave us the system every time. This time also Guru Maharaj was saying that we can also become Gurus by following what the process they are given, simply, and following it very sincerely and showcasing that to everybody. Yeah? That I am happy, you also become happy. The process has helped me, you also take that process. When we practice, it happens. We don't need to give him a big lecture saying that you need to surrender to Guru. Our surrender to Guru will make him also surrender to Guru. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Any other questions? We seem to have another 5 minutes. No? Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Today was actually like Jeev Jago, Gaura Chandra Bole, right? Wake us up from the dreams. Thank you very much, Prabhu. They say sometimes you need to get back to basics, right? Today was one such day. Transmigration, soul, body, Atma. Thank you, Prabhu. I really like the point. By feeding neighbor's child, your child won't be satisfied, right? Thank you very much. And I like, we all have heard Iskcon means Vaikunta. Prabhu coined a nice word today, Santoshalaya. That was very nice, Prabhuji. Those who didn't know Kannada, ask your friends nearby what does it mean. Thank you. So we'll all say thank you, not by being silent, by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So, some announcements. What a wonderful month we had. Month or months, we should say. What probably started with Balaram Jayanti, Julan Utsav, Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Gopashtami, Bhaulashtami, what else? Govardhan Puja. Then we had a wonderful Kartik month, right? Deepdan. Everybody was happy going out and elevating other souls. Now, last one, not so great, but Bhishma Panchak. We also sailed through that. Not one of those austerities we like, but still we sailed through that. What a wonderful Ras Purnima we had. And if we are thinking that it is over, it's going to be a dull month, no. Srila Prabhupada knows that it's a year end. He's kept us engaged. What is the next month? Yes, it is book distribution. So if you think you have completed your office targets, temple will give us new ones, right? So please reach out to the leaders. There are some announcements this time due to our non-availability of a book room, because it has been destroyed for giving space to Hanumanji. We might not have huge stock, so please inform your leaders, and we have to plan our entire purchases. So please reach out to your leaders, okay? Thank you very much. So we have to genuinely thank Srila Prabhupada and wonderful disciples for keeping us engaged all the time. Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki. Okay, moving to the next. Yes, we have thanked Srila Prabhupada, all the disciples, but we also need to thank a few wonderful people in this temple, right? Our Pujari team, always, ensuring that the deities are dressed so wonderfully that our devotees can't take their eyes off the deities. Our GMATS team, our Vaishnavi team, who was always supporting the decoration. And how can we forget Her Grace Vinodini Mataji and their team? They've always been creating a wonderful Kirtan team and the Kirtaniyas to support, so that all through the Kartik month we've been having morning, evening, Gopi Geet, night, Shainarthi, all that was going on, and nice schedules were prepared. So we'll all loudly chant Gauranga for all these teams. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And Prabhuji was almost gave us a preview of what's going to happen the next Sunday. Prabhuji was glorifying Guru Maharaj. So for all those disciples of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, we have a very special JSSS meeting the next week. I was told by, I think it was Sarvapavana Prabhu was wanting us to make this announcement. It's going to be special. So please note, after the Bhagavatam class, there is a JSSS meeting, right? So one last announcement. His Grace Dayaram Prabhu has given us a nice news that there's a legal update. You all know that long-standing dispute. So the review petition from Iskcon has been heard, and the matter is referred to Chief Justice of India. So I think the entire team, there's been a lot of continuous kirtans, prayers going on. So something is heard. So Chief Justice is hearing our petition. Okay, so these are the announcements. If there is anything I have missed, please, senior devotees, please let me know. Yeah, we have one announcement for Deep Dan. I'm sure all the circles have been doing their Deep Dan programs, going out, not just confined to city, Bangalore rural, living out of Bangalore, going out to a different state also. So last week, during the last days of Kartik program, Gadadhar Circle also announced that their team also had crossed 10K. I'm very happy to be announcing this under the leadership of His Grace Mathurapati Madhusudan Das. Even Radha Gopinath Circle was engaged in Deep Dan. We have crossed 17,000 souls. We've reached out to 17,000 souls, and we still haven't got a final update. It could be maybe 18,000, and most importantly, we have also, due to the Damodar mercy, we also got one new Bhakti Vriksha in Kannur. It started, and hopefully we need seeking blessings of all the Vaishnavas so that there also a nice program can start. Okay, anything else, Prabhu, I missed? Okay, so see, there's another wonderful news I got. Gadadhar Circle is going to make for Guru Maharaj Vyasa Puja 76 kg cake. Okay, so for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, they are going to make. Thank you very much for this information, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, can you hear me? Yeah. So these were the special announcements. Coming to regular announcements. Prabhuji today spoke about we are not the body, we are the soul. But His Grace Premadatta Prabhu and his team, their team, know very much that we still have a body and we still need to maintain this. So they have cooked today some delicious prasadam for all of us. Thankfully, two people in their team also agree with this. Iyer Prabhu and Deepa Mataji. Are you all here? Deepa Mataji and Iyer Prabhu? Yes. Do we have garlands? Maha garlands? It's coming, please. So it is your birthday tomorrow, am I right, Prabhuji? Yes, Hare Krishna. Deepa Mataji? today. So Deepa Mataji is celebrating their birthday today, and Prabhu and Mataji, Prabhu's birthday tomorrow. They are the main sponsors. Can we loudly chant one time for them? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Deeply appreciate your wonderful gesture, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Please wait. We are arranging Maha Garland and Prasadam. Please wait here. You will receive it from a senior. Yes. Yes. As we were talking of JSSS, I also want to share a humble request from the JPS team. His Grace Mahavara Prabhu has given us an update that Guru Maharaj is still having some infection related challenges. So they have asked us to intensify our prayers at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Gandharvika Giridhari and Sri Lakshmi Narasimha. Please continue, and there is a sincere request not to come and meet him. He is trying to avoid public meeting.